In this video, you're going to help me make my in-text citations from the reference list. So we can go step by step with what you need to do as you make your in-text citations. So in APA, in-text citations are how you write where you found your information directly in your paragraphs, in your paper, or in your discussion post. And usually they look like this. This should maybe look familiar, right? An author and a year. The general rule for in-text citations is that you just include the family names and the year. In another video, I'll show some different ways to cite things, whether it's parenthetical or narrative, and we'll talk about how to do that with paraphrasing and with quotes. That's a different video. So, what if it's not just an author and a year? What if that's not what your reference looks like? So I've got some different cases for us to go through one by one to do some practice. So if it's 2 or 3 authors, here I have a source with 2 authors, then I'm just going to write their family names, Johnson and Rulo, 2019. Like that. If it's 2 names, APA isn't very strict about whether it's ampersands or ands. You can use either, actually. And so then we have that. Even though we have their initials in the reference list, we don't include that when we do in-text citations. If we have many authors, that would be a really long in-text citation. APA doesn't want you to have really long in-text citations. So if there's more than 3 authors, we're going to write just the first author's last name. We see Hawks, and then et al. And then the year, 2016. Even though you get to write et al. In the in-text citation, for the reference list, you need to have more than 20 authors to write et al. In the reference list. So reference list entries can be really long, have a lot of authors. What if there's no author? This article from Nurse Journal didn't have an author, just said it was written by staff. So we remember from the reference list that we put the title of the article first. And we do a similar thing in the in-text citation, but just a shortened. So either the first 2 or 3 words, whatever makes sense. For me, I think this writing tips makes most sense. So I'm going to write that, writing tips. Do you know what I realized? I realized I didn't put this in sentence case, and I should. Thank you for helping me catch that. So picky. All right, so we're going to write it in sentence case. Writing tips, and then 2024. Okay, so a short version of whatever this title is. First 2 or 3 words usually. And then what if in my reference list I had a date, a specific day and month? Well, you still just include the year when you are writing it in your in-text citation. So for the most part, this is what your in-text citations will look like. I hope this is helpful. Remember that every in-text citation needs to be listed in your references list. You have to play a matching game. And don't put anything in your reference list that you don't have in-text citations for. All right. Remember that the Writing Center is always here to help.